The American Dietary Guidelines recommend that we eat seafood twice a week as part of a healthy diet. Kampachi is an excellent source of protein and B vitamins. It's also easy to prepare.
Today we're going to look at Hawaiian Kampachi. So we've got our Hawaiian Kampachi here, which is farmed in Kona, Hawaii. And what we're going to do today is kind of take a look at a few recipes that are pretty simple to do at home. One of them that even a fish farmer can do is the poke. So poke is a recipe that is used throughout Hawaii, and it's kind of getting popular around the rest of the United States. And it's a pretty easy raw fish recipe. What I usually do when we're doing poke, first I want to get the best cut of the fish. So with Kampachi, I kind of take that loin cut. What I usually do is put it into kind of smaller cubes. A lot of people sometimes have trouble getting the big cubes of raw fish down. But I feel like the smaller they are, the better it is, the easier it is for everybody else to eat. So I kind of cut it into small pieces. Yeah, so what I would do is just kind of cut it in maybe like 1/2 to 1/4 inch sections, almost like a thick sashimi cut. And then come back on each one of those and just try to cube it as best I can. And maybe get 3 or 4 cubes out of each cut. Nice. And kind of getting it down nice and so we can get a nice poke going.
And Tyler, you know that in Hawaiian, poke means to cube.
I didn't know that. So mainly once I've got it all cubed up, I'm go ahead and put it in the bowl, and you can use the same bowl. Sometimes I generally just serve it out of the exact same bowl. And the ingredients are pretty easy. So one of them that I would use is just get some scallions.
Nice.
Chop some scallions. And I almost just do it to how it looks. I mean, it's kind of more of a garnish for me. Takes it, put a little green on it, make it look fancy. So I'll just mix it in there, kind of get it to the point where we've got some nice green in there. I use red onion sometimes, same thing, color.
That's perfect. Every time you eat food, you always want to eat with your eyes, and it's not just for taste. So that nice purple was going to help to really pop and bring that nice colors in there. So great choice. Yeah.
So I like to use the sesame oil and then come back with the soy to really bring out that flavor, but not to overdo it, so you can still taste the fish. Awesome. So I when I'm doing the sesame oil, generally what I want to do is just get enough so it's going to cover all the cubes, but not kind of soak up in the fish too much.
What I like about the poke that you're doing is you're not putting too many ingredients in there. You're keeping it nice and simple and a nice balance of flavor. And then what do you do next?
Sesame seeds. I always think sesame seeds, you got to have them with the sesame oil. With the nice, white translucent fish of the Kampachi, what I like to do is use the black sesames.
Great choice. What kind of salt do you use for this?
So generally just use a sea salt. There's a lot of local sea salts here in the Hawaiian Islands, and they have a lot of flavor to them. So there's always a sea salt, and just a little bit, because too much salt kind of drowns out that flavor as well. And just a little bit of the soy sauce as well. Nice. And put a little bit of soy sauce in there, just kind of bring out that flavor. That's an easy poke dish.
In the spirit of aloha, friends and family join the conversation and enjoy some Hawaiian Kampachi.
My favorite way to eat Kampachi is the way my fiance makes it, and that's to wrap it in aluminum foil with cocoa aminos, kind of like soy sauce substitute, with green onions, crushed macadamia nuts, and tomatoes.
I use Kampachi very frequently. It's one of my favorite fishes to work with, especially being a sustainable source. It's super fatty, very delicious, just a great overall fish. Really enjoy it.